Am I moving to Mexico? It's a question I've been asking myself for way too long. Somehow I keep getting emotionally pulled back to this country, and what's funny is my mind seems to act pretty quickly. The next time I check in with myself, I'm already surfing Mexican waves in Puerto Escondido. At this point, I'm really tempted to airtag myself because I never know when the wind of emotions will scoop me up and suddenly my body has exited the country and re-entered Mexico again. There is this irresistible feeling I get when I'm here. It's intoxicating, like I'm no longer in control. But maybe that's the whole point. Maybe I'm not supposed to resist it. Maybe there are experiences the universe wants me to move through to become the woman I meant to become. So here I am, spending a month in Puerto Escondido to test drive what life could actually look like for me in this town. What will I feel? Who will I meet? How will my days unfold? And most importantly, will I finally be able to answer the big question? Is she moving to Mexico? I'm filming again from Mexico, of course, my favorite country on earth. And this time I'm here for a full month, full intentional month, because I decided that I'm gonna test drive my potential life here in Mexico, in Puerto Escondido. I've been thinking about actually changing my life a little bit, so I was like, okay, let me book an apartment in a quiet neighborhood of the town and just try living here as if I live here for a long period of time. I know I already shared my life in Tulum. I lived in Tulum multiple times for a few seasons. And I feel very comfortable in Tulum, but there is something that was missing for me. And I think that was perhaps the fact that I knew that I could surf in some other towns in Mexico, and Tulum does not have the surfing scene that Puerto Escondido has. But yeah, this video is not to compare Tulum and Puerto Escondido. This video is to record my feelings and emotions living here for a full month as a local and see if I would like to actually move here full time. I say that and I have a rush running all over my body, and that's just a confirmation that perhaps this is something that I should try out at least once in a lifetime. So this video will be all about me having just a regular day-to-day life, living in Puerto Escondido in a neighborhood called La Barra. There is actually not a lot to do in the actual neighborhood, but it's pretty close to La Punta, the beach of La Barra, and then also I have a scooter this time, which kind of simplifies my life. I can go to different neighborhoods of Puerto Escondido, which I actually do daily. I go a lot to Rinconada to surf in Carrizalillo, and just, I wanted to see how would I feel if I had a scooter here, if I had my stable apartment, that I would just be here for a long period of time. Also, how my routine would feel. I also booked my stay during partially rainy season. So the rainy season kind of starts in June, the end of May. And that's exactly the time that I'm here. I came kind of like mid-May, beginning of May, and I'm gonna stay through the middle of June, which gonna give me like 2 solid weeks of testing the rainy season here in town. And let me tell you, when people said that the rainy season is actually like crazy rainy season, I didn't believe them, because I was like, okay, it's still warm, the weather is still warm. Yes, it is, but the rain doesn't stop for hours. Like, it could rain for 3 hours straight or for the whole night, and the rain wouldn't stop. So a few days back, I actually got stuck in the rain and I couldn't couldn't go home because I couldn't drive my scooter in the rain. It was so bad. And my friend just came to rescue me. We had no internet, so I don't know how he found me. But yeah, the community here is very strong. I have a few really good connections, really soulful connections here in town, which makes me extremely happy. So yeah, so far so good. I have very positive mindset towards this town. I'm just gonna live my slow little life here in town as I did for the past couple of weeks, and I want to see myself from the side. I know how I feel here, but I want to see myself from the side when I watch this video, when I'm back in Canada and trying to make a decision with whether or not I should live in Puerto Escondido, or maybe I should go back to Tulum, or maybe there's some other place for me here in Mexico or anywhere else in the world. So yeah, I'm gonna continue working for a couple of more hours. Then I might see a friend for lunch or just go for lunch. We'll see how it goes. And after closer to 5-ish, we're gonna go surfing, probably to La Punta today, because I haven't been to La Punta for a long time because the waves were like really crazy. But yesterday we had a little storm, so that means today the waves are so much better. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Usually I would go surf like early in the morning, like 5:30 a.m. But today I couldn't wake up. I had such a emotional night last night for some reason. I couldn't fall asleep, which also, part of this whole new transition. And I am embracing it, I'm enjoying it, and I'm letting myself be. The rain started to slow down, so I made my way out to breathe in some fresh air, have a bit of fruit, and check off my tasks for the day. I've noticed I'm so much happier when I have the flexibility to work outdoors. I know a lot of digital nomads love to work from outdoor coffee shops, but my brain and my nervous system just aren't built for that kind of stimulation. I feel the frustration rising when someone takes a call next to me, or the smell of food floating in the air while someone is on their lunch break. The noise, the energy, even the tiniest distractions, they pull me out of flow. I'm pretty sensitive, so I work extra hours to protect my energy from the outside world. That's why I always book places that are tucked away in quiet neighborhoods with fast internet and a little outdoor terrace I can work from. The key for me to get things done is deep focus. At least 4 uninterrupted hours per session. No phone, no music, just presence. But I also try to be kind to myself. In the past, I used to say, I'll rest once I deserve it, as if I had to earn stillness through productivity. These days, I operate from a different place. Even if I did nothing to earn it in the traditional sense, I'm still allowed to rest. I'm eligible to receive it. No more pouring from empty cups. I made myself a little coffee to lift the vibes, wrapped up my tasks, and got ready to head out for a surf to rest on the waves after a heavy work session. That surf session was exactly what I needed. Calm and relaxing. I came home, showered, got a few more hours of work in, and now I'm off to find something good to eat. I love this Peruvian spot. The quality of the food here is really high for a small, cute town. I tried a new dish tonight and I didn't miss. It was so flavorful and juicy. After surfing, I was ready to eat two mains like I usually do, but I stopped myself. I eat with my eyes a lot, and my eyes don't have a limit to the capacity, which I cannot say the same for my stomach. The vibe here is always so lively. They will sit you at a random table with strangers that won't be strangers 5 minutes later. I've had more chats in this place than I can count. There is just something about this energy here that makes you instantly be open to connection. I don't come here when I don't feel social, but sometimes I really enjoy it here. There are days sometimes that I think to myself, you've worked so hard to be here and you are living the days that you always wanted to live. Or maybe I'm living the days that I didn't have a goal to live, but I kind of felt in my heart that I am built for another type of life. I'm a hustler, I always been. I feel like as a woman, I'm not built to hustle. I'm built to be so passionate that work doesn't feel like it's work. Work feels like play. And this is my goal in life, to achieve that kind of lifestyle where I don't hustle anymore, where I just be myself, contribute to humanity, play my role in humanity, become a better human, you know? That's my fucking goal in life, to just become a better human. I came to this life purely through my spiritual journey. As soon as I started practicing yoga, meditation, breath work, this is when things started aligning for me, and for sure that's the reason I'm here. I know I need to make some changes to my life. Like, I really need to rethink the way I operate. Currently, I'm partially living in Canada, living in Mexico. My life in Canada is very different. Like, in Canada, I hustle 24/7. I have 16-hour days where I just put my head down, lock in, and work until I see the darkness in my eyes. And I think that's not very sustainable. I think that I want to have a little bit more consistency in my life, and that requires some shifts on my end, which scare the shit out of me. I don't know if I need to let go of my stable 9 to 5, if I need to create something else to support myself. Like, I don't know. The whole thing is that I don't fucking know. I am trusting this universe to guide me, and I know I'm capable. I know that my biggest skill in life is that the fact that I can figure it out. Whatever comes my way, I know I can handle it. And it's just, sometimes I know I need to sit through meditation to calm myself down and to get back to this kind of thinking, because 70% of the time I feel scared, but also do it anyways. Still doing YouTube, even though I am sometimes feel uncomfortable, feel scared, feel judged. When I started doing YouTube, 90% of my friends just didn't talk to me anymore. So you feel stupid. You feel like you're not worthy of their connection. You feel all kind of feelings, right? But then I also can rationalize things, and I know that perhaps those humans are not for me and I'm not for them, and that's okay. That's not a rejection, that's redirection, which I love this sentence so much. I heard it one day and I'm like, yes, this is not rejection, that's redirection. And every time you face that kind of silent resistance, like, when someone just decided not to talk to you and they kind of like erased you from their lives, it feels weird in the moment. But as you embrace the days without that person, you just feel that they're not supposed to be in your life, because now you're the version of you that perhaps they don't understand, they can't handle, they can't control, and they don't resonate with you anymore, and you don't resonate with them anymore. And that's okay. That's the evolution of life. So yeah, I am trying new things this year. I've been very active on my goals, and one of them is to actually decide if I want to live in Mexico, if I want to live somewhere else. I just recently applied for my Canadian citizenship, and I tried to live in Canada in many different provinces, in BC, in Montreal, Quebec, in Ontario. And I'm still not convinced that I belong in Canada, but I do feel like a Canadian, like, believe it or not. Yes, I am an Israeli girl and forever will be. But in the same time, I don't belong anymore in Israel, and I feel like I don't belong anymore in Canada, and I feel like maybe Mexico is my chapter, because I'm familiar with Mexico, and there is no place on earth that's going to be perfect, but there will be a place on earth that will be for me. I'm in a season of shedding connections that no longer resonate, shedding the pressure to chase success, but instead moving towards wholeness, trusting that the rest will follow. My days aren't always in perfect alignment with where I'm headed, but the decision to come to Mexico felt both intuitive and logically justified by my Virgo brain. I've realized how much my environment shapes the way I feel, and how the way I feel shapes how I show up in the world, and in turn, how the world responds to me. So once again, I'm walking away from what no longer serves me and choosing what aligns with my highest intent. And maybe that's the real answer. I'm moving closer to myself, and the path to myself might just be through Mexico.